What I'm going to reveal to you in this video tonight is going to be absolutely incredible. On April 28th, 2017, there'll be a movie in theaters and it's called The Circle. You should go see this. This screenshot from it right here. Back in 2007, after many years of very strong and relentless faith in God, I was blessed with the gift of visions, and that's found in the Bible, Joel 2:28. And of course, you can go see my playlist and all the videos in there, just incredible things that happened, including an animal that I saw over in the visions area. And this particular animal is like the type that Daniel saw, the prophet Daniel, back in the Bible days. I saw it within hours. All evidence of it and everything involving it disappeared, and as if it never existed. I showed the pictures to zoologists, cryptologists. They cannot identify it. They said there's never seen anything like it, yet I have the digital image of it. Also, of course, the image, beautiful image of Jesus that I captured while traveling through Baton Rouge. It appeared under the 3 crosses there. I was moving at about 60 miles an hour, and without divine intervention from God, there's no way this could happen. This beautiful image comes out that we know Jesus to look like, came out in that digital image at the bottom of the crosses. This is just phenomenal. And many times also I talk about, in the past, you can see the screenshot from 2 years ago, how movies many times come true. A lot of things in the movies that you see at the theater end up coming true, which is very interesting, I'm sure. And a lot of you, I've talked about this, you can see that video, and most of you already know this. Strangely, this does occur. This screenshot right here is from 2007 when I was blessed with the gift of visions. I just wrote a lot of words down that had circles in them, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, because I realized the power of the circle. Phenomenal amount of power that the circle possesses, and that shape and everything pertaining to it. And in a second, I'm going to show you a few videos, and one of the videos you're going to see where I talk about the power of the circle. And this was a number of years ago, way before this movie's going to come out. This movie's getting ready to come out April 28th, 2017. But when I talked about the power of the circle, that was long before anything pertaining to this movie or this movie coming out. You know, there was no existence of this movie that's going to come out at the time. But at the time, I talk about the power of the circle. And now the movie's going to be coming out April 28th, 2017. I'm sure you'll find that quite interesting. We know about crop circles. Many believe that these are created by aliens. Some of them just absolutely incredible. Very well defined, and they have messages to them. And they're circles. That's exactly what they are. And they are created by aliens. Now, interesting also, the 2 people that most people say I look like is Tom Hanks and Mark Wahlberg. Tom Hanks is the main star in the movie The Circle. Also interesting, I'll put the direct link to this movie, The Circle, in the description area. I'm just going to show you a couple clips from it. But what's interesting about it is the movie seems to be kind of like, almost like it's created to expose or to show the company Google. Very interesting. When you see the whole clip, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, somebody sent me a message through Facebook today and said, doesn't this remind you of Google? But the movie's called The Circle. Exactly what I talked about years ago, the power of the circle. And what's interesting about this also is I work for Google. YouTube is owned by Google, and I get paid by Google. Another thing that you'll find very interesting about this, I've talked in the past many times about how some of the neurologists that I'd seen, because I've had some pain over the years, you all know about that, I've talked about in these videos, And one doctor many years ago said he thought I had MS, multiple sclerosis. And some of the other neurologists thought that also, possibility that I have it. Hopefully I don't have it. I even did a spinal tap, but it tested negative for that. But I still had pain and numbness and things that happened over the years. And what's interesting about that is, in this movie, they ask the girl about her dad and his multiple sclerosis, MS. And the movie seems to kind of show that maybe this Google got involved, or these doctors got involved, and it seems almost like that maybe they cured him. And in the movie they talk about how there's nothing impossible. The human body can be cured of anything. Now, what's interesting also is, most of you know I've talked about how I've seen many neurologists over the last few years. Not the same neurologist, many different ones. And I'm sure there's a reason for that. And they wanted to know how I'm doing and everything. And it seemed almost like somebody had control over everything that was going on. The government or something, because I just can't explain it, but it's like if anybody tried to intervene anything, they were blocked and they never talked again about it in regards to what's going on with my neurologists, my doctors, and all this, which I thought was very strange. And today, I saw the doctor the first time, a neurologist, a new one. And it looks like I'm going to see her regularly, which I'm glad because I really like her. And she was just really excited about something. It seemed almost like as if like they thought I was cured or something of whatever it is. In the last 2 weeks, if it's not strange enough, the pain hasn't been near as bad. Several weeks ago I had extreme pain, peripheral neuropathy, mainly in the feet and the front part of the legs from the knee down. And she talked about some interesting stuff that I never heard of before today, which just was phenomenal and surprising, stuff I never knew about and heard about. And she gave me this information today. And she said that I'll likely see her again next time. I go back, I think, yeah, in 3 months. In 3 months I go back. And so I have all this information in my paperwork. And it just seemed like they had 2 doctors come in. And she was the one I'm going to see regularly, it sounds like. And it just seemed like that she was very upbeat and excited. Never seen that before in my neurologist. All the neurologists, I've probably seen 15, 20 different neurologists over 4 or 5 years, last several years. And it's interesting because it's always different ones, and but this one is going to continue now, it sounds like. And I like that, but I've never had them so positive and give me this information. It's almost like they know something that maybe they don't tell me, or I don't know myself. Very, very interesting. Also, just based at this movie, The Circle, I talked about the power of the circle. It seems to pertain to kind of like Google. I work for Google, and because YouTube is owned by Google, they pay me. and the character in this movie had MS, and like it says in the movie, they're now capable of curing anything and everything in the human body. So, now I want you to watch these 3 clips right here. I think you'll find them very interesting. These 3 short movie clips. The first part, I'm going to talk about how years ago, before the Circle movie was even going to come about, I talk about the power of the circle. And then right after that, and you can see the date on it when I put it up, and most of you probably remember I talked about the power of the circle many years ago, going back to 2007. And this is just one of the videos from years ago that I talk about. And then after that, you're going to see a few short clips from the movie. Leave your comments. This is amazing. This is going to really, really shock you in a good way. You can see this video is from December the 9th, 2011. And I'm going to go ahead and play part of it now so you can hear what I say.
absolutely giant, perfect circle. Back in 2007, that's when I discovered the circle shape's very powerful, has great meaning to it. And this is just amazing right here.
I am a believer in the perfectibility of human beings. As a circle, we can finally realize our potential. When we are our best selves, there isn't a problem that we cannot solve. We can cure any disease that we can end hunger. Imagine the human rights implications. The possibilities are endless.
All right, my dad had an episode and I was home helping out.
Is that related to his MS?
I've been looking into your parents' situation and I have an idea. So I was thinking it would make sense for May's folks to come on the Circle Health Plan. I want to say how much I value what you've done for my family.
Do you think you behave better or worse when you are being watched?